Hi, fourth graders, this is Miss K, and for lesson 11, we are going to be looking a little bit closer at the chapter we read last time. So here is the video again for chapter 6. So you're going to go ahead and listen to that reading one more time. And then we have some questions about specific sentences or paragraphs within that chapter. So here is the first one. It says, weathering and erosion, as you read in chapter 6, are processes that drive the rock cycle. What does that sentence mean? So by saying drive the rock cycle, does that mean that weathering and erosion move rocks like a car? Weathering and erosion make the rock cycle happen? Weathering and erosion move fast? Or weathering and erosion don't exist? So think about what that word drive is telling us here. Here's the next passage. Widely swinging temperatures cause physical weathering. For example, rocks in a desert bake during the day beneath the sun's scorching heat. So what does this phrase mean? Widely swinging temperatures. Think about what the weather is like in the desert. Do temperatures change quickly? Are temperatures in different countries? Do temperatures stay the same, or are temperatures extremely high? Widely swinging. Here is a paragraph on physical weathering. So you're going to listen to that one more time and answer the question of how does temperature cause physical weathering? So is the wind moving the rocks? Is the water breaking rocks apart? When the rocks get hotter, they expand, or when rocks get colder, they shrink. Which one talks about how temperatures can cause this physical weathering? All right, here is another passage from the text, and it wants to know, what does the idiom eat away mean? So an idiom is a type of figurative language, and it basically means that it's not exactly what the sentence is saying. So for example, an idiom could be, I am so hungry that I could eat a horse. So I'm not going to really eat a horse, but that idiom is just saying just how hungry I am. So this idiom says eats away. So right here it says it eats away at the outside of ancient and modern buildings. So acid rain isn't a human or an animal. It can't actually eat things. But what does that mean when it says it eats away? All right, another phrase here, with a little help from water. So what does that mean? That's another kind of idiom. What does it mean if I say, with a little help from water, oxygen reacts with iron-containing minerals? Is water moving the rocks? Is water combining with oxygen to change the minerals? Is water not needed to change rocks? Or are water and wind the only ways to change rocks? Number 6, we've got the phrase wind-driven. When wind-driven sand hits rock, it chips off tiny pieces. So what does that phrase mean? And number 7, why are the finest sediments deposited last? So read this short passage here. Are the finest sediments deposited last because they are the heaviest, the lightest, magnetic, or hot? Okay, so that is it for reading. Let's head on over to skills. We're going to talk about adjectives. So when you have more than one adjective in a sentence, the location you put that word matters. So here is a chart that's going to help us show what order we're going to put adjectives in. So here is the article. So this would be the, a, this. Those are articles. So the, and now we have our adjective. So if it is an observation, if it's something you're seeing, the rusty, the crumbling, the shiny, that is an opinion or an observation. Then we're going to go into physical description. So what it actually looks like, the size, the shape, the age, the color. So these would be words like old, new, blue, pink, large, small. Then the material. So these are words that talk about what the object is made of. So we could say the silk. We could say cotton. We could say plastic. So whatever that object is made of. Then we've got the origin. This word just means where something is from. So if it's American, if it's Japanese, if it's Chinese, if it's Puerto Rican, that word will go next. And the last word is purpose. So what the actual object is used for. So let's see. I'm trying to think of an example here. If I'm reading a book and it is an informational book, that word informational is going to go last because it's describing the purpose of the book. I could say a fiction book. It's describing the purpose. The purpose is to tell a story. The purpose is to tell information. So purpose is why that object is being used. And here's an example. So the phrase they gave us was, "Wears she pretty a green dress?" Your job is to switch these words around to put them in the correct order. So we're always going to start with the subject. So our subject is she. Then the verb, what is she doing? She wears. The article goes first. So a, the, this, and those are the main ones that we're going to use. And now here are the adjectives. So pretty goes before green because pretty is an opinion. Everybody might not agree that that dress is pretty. So pretty goes first, and then green, the color, would go next. Okay? So you're going to take these jumbled up sentences and you're going to type them out into the correct order. So again, we start with the article. So you're always going to start with, I'm sorry, we don't start with the article. We start with the subject. So big red A round apple fell. So what is doing the movement here? The apple. What comes before the apple? The article. So this one would be in apple. What words here describe the apple? So I've got big, and I've got red, and I've got round. So what's going to go first? Big, red, or round? None of those are an opinion, so I'm going to go over to physical description. Size, shape, age, and color. So let's do the size first. So a big, comma, shape would be round, comma, and then last would be color. A big, round, red apple fell, end it with a period. All right. They're a little bit tricky. Oh, let me change my capital A. But try your best, rearrange them, and use this chart to help you, okay? Number 4, you're going to write a sentence that uses 2 adjectives correctly. So just pick a sentence, pick 2 of these adjectives, and put them in the right order. And our last activity today is dealing with all of these vocab words here. So here's your spelling words. The words are here. The definition is here. You are going to use that chart to choose the spelling word that matches the definition. And then at the bottom, I'm also going to ask you for the part of speech. Okay, so you're going to read the definition, pick the word, match it. They're all right here. The answers are right in front of you. You just have to go up and find them. And then down here is where the part of speech comes in. So you're going to tell me each word, is it a noun, verb, adjective, or adverb? And that is it for today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, Adams.